Tagodeshi Dr. Leanne Bighorse Gonze, San Carlos Goliu. Hello, my name is Leanne Bighorse, and I am the Youth Resiliency, Tribal Practices, and Circles of Care Program Manager here at Native Health. And today we're going to show you how to sew your own face mask. We're going to do hand stitching so you can follow through on the video. So I've been sewing since I was in high school. And I learned how to sew from my mother and my grandmother. They taught me how to sew. We would sew traditional camp dresses and star quilts for ceremony, for gifts. And that's how I learned how to sew. I don't really know how to follow a pattern or instructions the way a seamstress would, but I'm going to show you the basics on how to sew your own face mask. Here at Native Health, we want our community to stay safe, so we want to show you how to keep your family safe. Here we go, we're going to get started. First, we're going to fold our material in half. And then we're going to sew 2 straight lines, leaving an opening in the middle. You're going to weave the needle in and out of the material, trying to form a straight line. And be careful not to poke your finger with the needle. And then you're going to slowly pull all of the thread through, making sure that the thread comes through evenly on both sides. Once you've done that, you are going to cut your thread, and then you are going to tie a square knot. Always make sure that you don't pull on the thread, because it could gather your material, and we want it flat. Once you've tied your square knot, you're going to use the remainder of the thread and start again from the opposite corner. Again, weaving in and out of your material with your needle. I'm using red thread here so you can see the stitches on the white material. You're going to leave an opening in the middle, which is going to allow you to flip your mask right side out. Again, you're going to cut the thread and tie a square knot, making sure that your stitches are flat and not gathered. From here, we're going to take the elastic, which is going to be used to secure the mask on your face behind your ears. We're going to take the end of the elastic and sandwich it between the material and pin it in place in each corner. You want to make sure that when you put your mask, when you pin the elastic in the corners, that your elastic is not twisted. You're going to do it on the other side. Make sure you don't twist the elastic. Pin it in each corner. It's going to secure it in place. You're going to start with your needle and thread again. And you're going to sew your elastic into place, stitching back and forth several times, always making sure that your thread is coming through evenly, double checking both sides. I'd say maybe 4 times, go back and forth. This will ensure that the elastic does not move or come out while you are wearing the mask. Once the elastic is secured into the corner, we're going to again weave our needle in and out of the material along the edge towards the other piece of elastic. You can take out that pin so you don't poke your finger. Making sure we're sewing just the material and not the elastic. All the way down the side to where your next piece of elastic is sandwiched between the material. Once we get to the corner, we're going to do the same back and forth stitch over the elastic to secure it in place. 4 times is always good. Once that's secured, we're going to repeat the same process on the other side of the mask. You always want to make sure that your thread is coming fully through evenly on both sides. So you've sewn one side and now you're going to sew the other. Now we are going to flip the mask right side out from the hole that we left in between the 2 stitches. We're going to flatten it out. If you have an iron, it'd be good to iron it. If not, you can just smooth it out with your hands. I'm going to fold it in half, tuck in the fabric from the opening, fold it again, smooth it out, and then when you open it back up, you'll see the 3 creases. Here is where we're going to do the pleats. So you're going to fold it, pleat it, pin it. Both sides, again, fold it, pin it. The reason for the pleat is because when you wear the mask, it allows better airflow for you so you can breathe. And then we're going to pin it all up. After we do that, we're going to sew around the perimeter all along the edges and sew it up. So from the opening that we had, make sure you fold those down. Fold them inward, sew it all the way around. Weave your needle in and out of the material. Always be careful not to poke yourself. You have other pins in your mask now, so be careful. We've sewn all the way around, and here's our mask. Well done. I'd like to thank you all for joining me today and learning how to make your own face mask. It's time to mask up to keep our family and our community safe. Good job.